Hey everyone, Navik here. Here's my belated review of the JoJoLands Chapter 21. And so, after we start off with a bit of a comedic scene where Charming Man is disguised as a dolphin and bank employee that they have under custody, alongside Lulu, who we get, we basically you get a view of the situation, and Meryl May lays out that Howler is probably going to send mercenaries after the gang because, well, they are stealing a shit ton of their profit. They deal in violence, and so yeah, they're going to be dealing with more guys like Bobby Jean and Lulu. And we officially get a timeline of when they have to do all this. 7 days. Which might not seem like a lot, but hey, Part 5 taught us that if anything, I think 7 days there's a long time in JoJo's. That's a lot of stand battles you can fill out. And there's also a few bits of characterization. We clearly see Lulu cared for Bobby Jean, and there's and she said she's gone. Everyone is kind of, you can tell by the look at everyone's face they feel kind of bad and about that. Though it's hard to tell what Jodio feels. It's because again he does have diagnosed. He is a diagnosed sociopath. Eh. But the other half of the issue, it was basically us getting a deeper look into Aka Howler, or the CEO of the Howler Corps, and yeah, like a lot of Jackass CEOs, he's foul-tempered. He yells at the media for just trying to report on him, and clearly hides a ton of insecurity with his loud face. And we see this especially when a crowd of Hawaiian citizens are basically just protesting against him. And it's and this also leads to us being introduced to Howler's hired muscle, a trio of really cool-looking stand users Earth's called Key West, which, by the way, hey, Rocky, thanks again for the Florida shout out. Liam Chambang, who looks like the kind of character that, certain people would make rage videos about. And Ningbo, this guy, who looks like a serial killer, and knowing JoJo, he probably is a serial killer. And yeah, they all this fun gimmick where each of them are dressed as something else, or at least it's the Iraqi version of something else, where Key West is a lawyer, or Liam's a cop, Ben Ningbo's a firefighter. We don't really know what their stands but Liam seems to have these kind of weird bacterial things that can detect fear here, which leads to Key West pointing out that a big bad or a final boss like Aka Howler should be broad-minded and imposing. So that might hint that Aka's probably might go through an arc where he becomes more main villain-esque, which, yeah, that actually would be really cool to see a JoJo villain who goes through a massive character arc kind of like our protagonist is. But yeah, with all that out of the way, the chapter ends with Key West telling Aka that Bobby looked up information of the Armed Forces service record and found information on Paco, which seems like we might. It's probably going to be tied into the year that he went away from school. So yeah, that's the JoJoLands chapter 21. Not a lot of action really happening, but there is definitely a lot of interest and intrigue build up. We got the big ticking timeline. And of course, we set up 3 different enemy stand users, possibly a fourth one with Aka, but again, we don't know if Aka has a stand or not. But I'm giving, yeah, so for all that and more, I am giving this chapter a 4 out of 5. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope, and until the next chapter, I'll hope you have a great day.